Here we are. Once again, it is my absolute favorite time of year. The bay is warming up, the barbecues are cooking, and kids are hopefully very soon getting out of school, depending in which country you reside. I can hardly contain my my excitement. As you can see, we are going to do a summer bucket list today and learn how to speak about some very exciting summer activities. Please join us. Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Kevin. I'm an English teacher and writer. If you like what you're seeing, please give it a click, give the subscribe button a click, like, and share. I definitely appreciate your support. What I try to present is simple study tips that I've been building up for nearly 2 decades, teaching native and non-native English speakers around the globe. I want to do a couple different things, and one thing I want to do very quickly is get our fluency going with a little warm-up exercise, and I would love if you could follow along with me. So we're going to do a little impromptu speech using a simple hamburger style paragraph, which means we're going to have a little introduction or topic sentence, an example, and a quick summary. Okay? I'm going to click on the timer so that I test myself here, and you can do that if you like or not, whatever. You don't have to time yourself. So my topic will be, out of these random topics, dogs, cell phones, or noodles, I think I'll talk about noodles today. Noodles are a very versatile dish that can be prepared in many delicious ways. Personally, my two favorites are chow mein, fried noodles, and noodle soup. I really enjoy a simple fried noodle dish that maybe has some pork in it with just a few vegetables. It could be roast vegetables, some peppers, maybe some onions as well, and spinach or even shrimp. In addition, noodle soup is also something that can warm your soul during the winter months, and there are many flavorful broths you can enjoy. Overall, noodles are a world renowned dish, and I know there's a kind of noodle dish that is definitely suitable for you. Yeah, you can see how I wrapped that up quickly in the end, but it's a wonderful thing just to try to practice your speaking and have it in an organized manner. Wonderful little warm up, guys. Summer bucket list 2026. So, the first thing you might have in mind is, well, Kevin, what is a bucket list? I know what a bucket is, I know what a list is, but I've never combined them together. Well, this comes from an old expression, kick the bucket, and which means to pass away. And so when people make a bucket list, it refers to all the things that they want to do in their life um, before they check out. So when we talk about a summer bucket list, we are referring to all the exciting activities that we want to try to get done before the summer ends and we go back to school or work, or maybe we work in the summer. So we could just say September, maybe. You got about 2 months to complete your summer bucket list and check off all those activities. We can brainstorm first I'd like you to take just a moment to brainstorm. Good, I can hear the wheels of productivity turning. So I've come up with a few things here, and you may or may not know these words. We can go through them quickly now. Road trip, fishing, lemonade, lounge or to lounge about, stargazing, camping, amusement park, jet ski, or to water ski, which is different, barbecue, and picnic. This isn't really about giving you guys new vocabulary. It's more about just talking about our favorite summer fun activities. What we can do actually to warm up a little bit is to give an advantage or disadvantage of one of these words here. Even birthday cake has disadvantages. I would say a disadvantage of going on a road trip is that if you drive for too long, you can get tired and it can become unsafe. So it's very important to make sure your driver is taking some pit stops to rest and get their energy back every now and then. An advantage of going on roller coasters at an amusement park is that they can help you overcome your fear and become more confident. Remember, thrill ride or thrilling just means exciting and scary together. And sometimes it's a lot of fun to have that thrilling feeling. So don't be afraid of it. Try roller coasters. Maybe don't go on the biggest ones right away. Work your way up, but it can definitely change your outlook on life and help you to, I think, be more confident in different things that you come across in life. It's always good to try new things as long as they're safe. One thing I always tell my students is to use the 5 W's of journalism to help give the most important information. One thing you can do to check to see if you were doing that is basically record your speech and make sure that you would not ask yourself any who, what, why, where, or when questions. So make sure you're not leaving out any of those important details in your speaking or your writing. I think it's really an amazing experience to go camping with your family at least once a year. The summertime is an ideal season for camping because the weather is not cool at night when you're sleeping in your sleeping bags inside your tent. Some incredible uh, activities you can get into when you're camping include taking a canoe out on the lake and going fishing, having a blazing bonfire at night and roasting marshmallows or enjoying s'mores um, beside the fire. On top of that, a lot of the provincial parks or state parks have wonderful hiking trails. So you can get out, get some physical exercise, take in some amazing natural sights like mountains, rivers, valleys, and things like that that really help to calm your spirit and also bring you closer to your family and friends. When we are doing an activity like this, you can really challenge yourself to be a reporter. And what I mean by that is to try to give at least 3 of the 5 W information in your first sentence. If you look at any news article, you may notice that that is what a reporter or a good journalist does. The why, the reasons might be answered in the second sentence. But if we're talking about something like fishing, I love to get in a canoe with my wife and son, bring our little tackle box along, and go fishing out in the early morning when it's a beautiful, go fishing out on a lake in the early morning when it's a beautiful, calm day. So just look at the words of the sentence. Look at the details that you give. You choose which details are important. So in this case, maybe it's where and maybe it's when, because there's certain times when the fish are biting. Maybe it's not who so much. Maybe you can just give the who, but you don't need details on the who. It all depends on the situation. So the big question here on this list, and it's not a definitive list. If you have other super fun activities that you want to do on your summer bucket list, by all means, you can talk about them and rank them. Rank them means put them in order. So for me, I think the top three summer bucket list activities, and I'm thinking of another one that I might not be able to do, but I would love to, is to actually go to a cottage. Yeah, that would be sweet. When I grew up, my grandparents had a cottage on the beach, and I enjoyed going there, staying overnight in the bunk bed, barbecuing, having getting windsurfing lessons from my grandfather, and just swimming out in the clear, warm bay with the sandy beach every day with my sisters. I think the second item on my summer bucket list would be to visit a world famous amusement park. I don't think we can go to Disney World this year. It's something that we would like to do, but we can go to a place called Canada's Wonderland, located just outside of Toronto. It's the largest amusement park in Canada, and there are tons of world class roller coasters and other thrill rides there to enjoy. In addition, there's a water park and lots of carnival rides like Ferris wheel, pendulum, or swing rides that the whole family can enjoy and really have a blast. One thing about amusement parks, remember, generally we go on rides and we play games, try to win the big shung, the big sorry, the big teddy bear that you can bring home to your kid or your honey bunny. Awesome. Okay, and I think the third list, this third activity on my list would be to take a road trip, um, to drive around and visit little towns across the province where I live. There are little museums, um, ice cream parlors, small little tourist stores that sell handicrafts or other things. Hopefully, the prices are reasonable enough. On occasion, you might come across a really, really delicious diner or family restaurant. Sometimes you can find people selling homemade pies in stands on the side of the road. I would say that one of the highlights of going on a road trip or visiting quaint little towns is to check out their downtown and again just stroll through the different stores. You really never know what treasures you might come across. Excellent. For your daily exercise today, I'd like you to come up with your own summer bucket list and maybe 3 to 5 items at the most. Remember, give the most important information using your 5 W's of journalism. Practice speaking in an organized way with an introduction sentence, some clear examples, and a concluding sentence or summary sentence as well. And overall, guys, just practice giving clear reasons with your best examples every time you put the pen to the paper or you speak. Very, very important to keep that in mind. No matter what you do this summer, I know we will see each other again before summer is over. I want you to make some memories, play safe, and get out there and enjoy the beautiful weather. Even if you're just lounging about in the water or on a recliner in your backyard, Get some fresh air. It's always good for the body and the spirit. Also, if you're fair skinned like me, make sure you put on plenty of suntan lotion. My son and I went out paddle boarding last Sunday, and I forgot to put lotion on my back, which put me as a result, I was in pain and still am for a few days. You need to take care of your skin if you're a fair skinned person like me. Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you liked it, click that subscribe, like, share button. I do appreciate it. And if you want to leave any comments, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks again, and I will see you very soon. Have a good one.